Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Daily Target series. So let's begin with today's target. I already tried to create it and have got a lot of success in it, as you can see. Like only minor tweaks are required and we are good with it. So let's begin. First, let's remove the comments. And I'll first work with the div to create that, I don't know what I will call this structure, this curved, I don't know what I can call it. I don't have a description for it. Okay, so position fixed first of all. Now let's first switch on the difference. Okay, and I would first give it some margin to take it to the desired location. And as I have already tried to create it, so I know what the margin value will be, which is 54 and minus 30. Wait. For now, we'll just use top and left value because of the reason that I forgot, like I later on added the margin, so it was according to the star. That's why it happened this way. 147, then comes left, and the left will be, I think, 119. It was something like this. 110 or maybe, yep. So now we need to change the sizes. So as you can see, we need to decrease the width, and as a rough guess, like I try my best to show what my thought process was when I just started with it, and it was like I just gave some rough values. Now we need to give it some border radius, as it's an obvious thing. We will need to give a border radius to create this curved area. So I will give 0 because it is this corner's border radius which is going to be 0. Then again 0 for this corner. Now here we need some curvature. So we can give any value for now because later on we would change it. I would give the original value 64Q in this. I can show you that it is exactly how much we want, at least around it, if not exactly, I would say. Now we need to give border. Okay, so I'll first give border, and the border is supposed to be a solid and this color. What I'm doing is I'll simply create this. Like we have this figure, we'll create this border using another property which is border width. We can also specify it in the border when we know that all sides have the same value for the border, but we need to give different values, so we have to use this property. So I'll give 15. Yeah, 15 would be enough as far as I can think. 15Q, then around 32Q, and 0. Now you can see that it is exact values. Like, let me go in the difference. As you can see, those are exact values. You would be wondering why I gave some value at the top. The reason behind it is very simple. Like when I was creating this structure, then there used to be a little bit difference there. I wanted to remove that. So that's why I gave a little bit extension above, which makes things a lot simpler. Now we have created it on one side, and we have something we know as WebKit box reflect, so we'll simply use it. Honestly, previously I was using clip path to create these things because I couldn't remember that there was border width property which can be easily used. But when I remembered it, I was like, I could have saved a lot of time. As you can see, it is exactly where we wanted to. Now it's time for using the star. And obviously the star will have only one thing, which is background. And this is the color. Okay, so now I'll remove the background property. It already had, where is it? We can also adjust the values a little bit, not much. 31, yeah, quite accurate. Now we'll again use today the plus and star just for this one. We could have used another div, but I think it's easier to use this because we need not give position fixed or multiple properties that would be required in that case. So I'll give it a size of around, like first comes width. I'll give it a width of 120 simply because here width is 45, there is another box reflect, so 45, 45, 90, and then I would suppose this to be 30 pixels, around 30 pixels, because there is some border also, so I'll give 120, and the height I think would be around the same, so 50. And now we need to give a background color for now to just see where it is, so I'll give black. And now we also need to give some margin, which I'll as always start with the random values to just see. So we need to line this with this small semi-circular structure in between. Let me just zoom a little bit to make it easier to see. So we need to decrease the top value. Yeah, 90 is accurate. And we need to make this 150, 40. Yeah, quite much perfect. Let's decrease the height, like 40 would be enough. Yeah. So now we need to give it again border and border radius. I'll first go with border radius because you can simply see we need it. So with border radius, I would use the values 100q, 100q, 0 and 0. As far as I can remember, this was the values. Maybe a little bit differences. Also, when you use border, a lot of things change. I think these were the values. I first created the border and then changed the values. Like the initial values I brought to work were different when I was creating the code. So now the border will be solid. We have the color, and then it would be 30 pixels. What happened? Okay, my bad. Let's use this color. The margin is wrong for now, but we'll just eradicate that problem. First, let's remove the background. Okay, so we need to decrease the value further. So I'll go with 50. No, it needs to be more than 50. Then let's take it to 100. 110. Yeah, 110 is quite perfect. Let's submit it once and let's see, is it a 100% value? Or we'll make some minor tweaks. It is 99.8. Dude. All I can expect is the difference between the top left values. So I'll just give them a margin value. So the margin, I would As always, begin with 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, a little bit less, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now again here I will give 50. Wait, it will have a minus value, minus 30. Yeah, that's quite better. Let's see what is the result now. Now it has become 99.9. Why can't it become 100% one for once? Although it was 100% one yesterday. 29. Let's increase the box reflect value, maybe 32. A little better, maybe. Yeah, finally. Now we have 100% solution. I don't know why that single pixel created the problem, but it looks different. Like you can even see it visually like this, that it isn't accurate. There seems to be a problem with the algorithm, but we can't do anything. We don't have the code for the algorithm, and honestly I don't even know what languages are used to create this matching algorithm. Okay, so okay, we are almost there. So let's submit again and let's see how better we have got a score. 630.8. Good. Is there something else we can change? No, it doesn't seem to be. So that's for today's video. Hope to see you next one. Till then, bye.